G'day everyone, it's Justin and Matt.
Hi.
Two dads again from Australia. Coming to you today from a 2017 Subaru BRZ Coupe. This is a car I've actually wanted to get our hands on for a little bit of time, because I think when we look at fun and family-friendly cars, you know, there's often people out there that, you know, like we said before, have the SUV, want to get back into a fun car, maybe as a second car, or something like that. Yeah. I reckon one of these could fit the bill very well. It's an affordable coupe, rear-wheel drive, sporty. I mean, you've been driving the car for a little bit now. How do you find the steering? The steering I found was really direct. So.
It's nice. For that price point, the feedback is awesome, really awesome. It's direct, it's well weighted, and the steering wheel is a good size. It's quite compact, so yeah, really feeling control of the front end of the car.
Yeah, because this car is, it's in the 30s, early 30s, 32,990 list price for a manual, 34,990 for the 6-speed automatic with the paddles. But, you know, if you're any sort of enthusiast, you'd probably want to go for the manual in this, wouldn't you?
For sure, no doubt. The gearbox is nice, actually, speaking of that. Yeah. It reminds me of my old STI.
Oh, okay.
It's got a nice positive throw. The throw's firm and direct, and and still cold tyres. That's what it was, I promise. But yeah, the gearbox is nice, 6-speed manual. Yeah, I'd choose that for sure. The driving position is nearly perfect.
You like it?
I like it. The steering wheel's the right spot. It's the right distance. It's got height and rake on the steering column. Yep. Okay. You're sitting in the car. You're not sitting on the car. Yep. So that's a massive positive. Yep. Okay. And the visibility, besides the C-pillar here, a little bit, but it's visibility out the front is good. You can't quite see the front of the nose, but it's got the little bumps over the headlights. Visibility is good. Yep. Some of the I like the dash as well. They've got some interactive power graphs and torque
curves and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you need to be looking at the road when you're driving, but just interesting to see what that's like. Yeah. So, suspension seems good. Yeah. It's not too harsh, but it's still sporty.
Yeah. Now this is a 2017 Subaru BRZ, and you know it's the sort of cousin of a Toyota 86, I suppose. The two cars share a lot of componentry. The BRZ, the Subaru side of things, it's the engine. Yeah. Got the 2-litre boxer 4, whereas Toyota pretty much are responsible for the body side of things. Now the BRZ and the 86, I think, have had a little bit of a power upgrade for 2017. They've got now up to 152 kilowatts at 7,000 RPM, so you've got to really rev this thing out to get the power. Which, you know, for some people, they like that sort of driving, don't they? Like,
yeah. Well, you know, if they don't like torque, like revs, it's a different experience.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, that this car is kind of a different way of driving that I guess I'm used to. Like, this thing's got 212 newton meters of torque, but it's at 6,400 RPM. Oh, so it's way up the rev range. I mean, admittedly, it only weighs 1,282 kilos, so she's a lightweight.
True, but that's not much torque.
Yeah.
At all.
I mean, personally, I prefer a bit of torque down low just to get that oomph off the line.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, like the turbo cars that, you know, we've had and stuff like that have that ability to do that.
Yeah.
But this is naturally aspirated. I mean, some people would probably say it's a purist car. You know, along the mould of like the MX-5 was and things like that. So.
Lightweight, great handling, great chassis.
Yeah,
great
exactly
steering.
right. Yeah. So,
I get that,
I imagine, like, you know, on a twisty country road, you could have a lot of fun in this car, couldn't you? So,
Oh yeah. But even just around this corner, you can just feel the front end.
Oh yeah. It hangs on, doesn't it? So
it's not pushing it whatsoever.
no, there's a lot of feedback from that steering too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And because it's electric too. Like, they've done a really good job in terms of the feedback you get. So,
Yeah.
Well, mate, just on that, I suppose the weight distribution for the manual: 55% front, 45% rear. So, you know, it's pretty close to that magical 50-50 weight distribution, isn't it? So, it's also got a Torsen rear diff as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would really be nice
When you're
to let
going
the
around
back
corners
slip
and
a
things,
bit
so, yeah.
on the track.
Yeah. I mean, for 2017 too, it's actually got an upgrade to the VDC, the dynamic control there with a track mode as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's this button here.
Yep.
With the flag on it.
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
right. So,
Oh yeah, there's not much torque.
but it makes a nice note.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Yeah,
It does.
sound nice.
You can hear that induction. It actually, I don't know, it sounds real. If you know what I mean. It doesn't sound like it's artificial.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
what would be a comparable, I know we mentioned the Toyota version of this, but what do you think a comparable sort of vehicle that someone would consider if they're considering this car?
Well, mate, I think this would appeal to true purists, to enthusiasts, because the setup, you know, rear wheel drive, low to the ground, great steering, everything like that. Whereas like a hot hatchback kind of front wheel drive, and it doubles as a practical car too, because you've got the room in it.
Yeah.
But this thing, there are some compromises for family friendliness.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, it delivers the performance side of things, you know, the fun side of things in space.
Oh, definitely.
So,
Yeah.
It's interesting that, we look at fun and family friendliness in the car. It has got back seats. There's not an awful lot of legroom though. That's the issue.
No, it's like I can hardly fit my hand in between the seat.
Yeah. I mean, I had the kids in it yesterday, and the height is okay for little kids. Just the legroom, if you're an average size driver. It can be a bit cramped in the back for the kids.
Yeah.
But I think you could use it every day, but on the weekends you'd have an awful lot of fun with it too.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people use these as, like they put them on the track on the weekend, don't they?
Yeah.
They track them and they put some semi-slicks on it and off it goes. So,
And it's fairly cheap.
Motorsport fun. Yeah.
And it feels nimble. The more I'm driving it here, it feels a bit zippy.
Yeah, you just got to rev it out a bit more to get that power kicking in, don't you?
Yeah. So I wonder why they never, threw in a more powerful engine to get closer to the capability of the chassis. Because it's clearly a chassis dominant car. The capability's there and the power's not.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, I guess they wanted the pureness of the car, I suppose. Like for the drivers of this, like the 86 is named after that legendary sort of drifting Toyota A86. That they did. So they really just wanted the pure driving feel of the car, that it's not crowded with turbos and things like that. But I don't know, it's all right.
I like it.
I mean, personally, this is just my opinion. I think from a brand image standpoint too, Subaru is probably a little bit higher than Toyota, isn't it? So, even though you've got pretty much mechanically identical cars. Personally, I'd probably go for the Subaru. I think
I tend to agree.
It's got a great motorsport heritage and everything like that. But I tend to agree with you, mate. If this car had like an STI turbo boxer in it, imagine what it would be like.
Oh, it'd be sensational.
It'd be a beast. Okay, mate, you've had a drive of the BRZ. Give us your thoughts.
It's everything that I expected. I was really interested to see the driving position.
Yep.
Being the sort of purest car that I perceive it to be.
Yeah.
And it hit the money absolutely on that front. Steering's great. It's well engineered, clearly. All the reviews in the past have spoken very highly of the handling capabilities. Personally, I'd like a bit more power, but you know, it's completely against the philosophy of the car. So that given, great car, great price. Practicality wise, from my perspective, it's compromised. It's workable, but it's compromised.
Yeah. Okay.
So it ticks nearly all the boxes that we, as you know, what we're looking for, nearly ticks all those boxes. And from a fun perspective, yeah, without doubt, lots of fun. The more you drive it, the more engaged you feel with the car. It wraps around you.
Yep.
You're sitting in the car, and it feels like it's a good thing.
Mate, I think I agree with 100% what you're saying about the car. It's brilliant like that. I think if you're looking for a fun, family-friendly car, it's going to have some compromises, but you know, you can still get away with it, like you say. Like it's one of those things I think would be ideal as a second car. Say if you've got the SUV and you know you wanted a car for the weekend, or just you know to get around but still have some fun. Perfect car.
Yeah.
Perfect car like that. So, guess we'll ask that last X Factor question. Give us your thoughts on that. What would you do? Would you turn back and look at this thing?
Yeah, especially in this colour. But you know, signature.
The blue's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is. It really is. It's
absolutely.
I mean, I've always loved it. My 03 STI was this colour.
Yeah.
And I love that colour, and I love it. Actually works well with this. It accentuates the shape really well.
Yep.
I definitely turn back. Yeah.
And I guess if you owned it, you'd probably raid the STI catalogue too, wouldn't you?
I'd be fully loaded. STI everywhere.
Fair enough. Yeah. Look, just want to put a great big thanks to our friends at Subaru Australia for the loan of the BRZ today, and just want to put a big thank you to everyone out there for watching us. And if you're happy to keep watching a couple of dads talking about cars, we'll keep churning them out. So thanks very much.
See ya.